Shalom Yasharala, Shalom. Kalalayam, Malahayanawa, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great Muslim who teach or rule well, who taught me this truth in its entirety. Peace, salutation to the Akim, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwith listening and learning, Shalom. And we'll get right into it. Through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bashim Yahawashi, the title will come. But listen, might get a strike, you know what I mean? Esau rolling hard, you know what I mean? But the title will come. We're gonna get right into it. But you see the on the screen here, right? Abomination, you see me, right? We see it says here, right? And for those that don't know, right? Because there's a lot of deaf and dumb, sleeping dead out here. This right here was born this. You know what? I'm about to fuck. Let me show you the next thing. Yeah, man. Alright. Right? Okay. So this used to be this. Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. Right? We're just rebuking it, man. We're rebuking it. Wickedness. You see me? Deuteronomy 22 verse 5, and it reads, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man." Right? So a woman's not supposed to wear a man's clothing. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. Right? A man's not supposed to wear a woman's clothing. For all that do so are abomination unto Yahawah thy power. Right? Abomination. Let's look into this word abomination. Right? It's wickedness, man. We're just rebuking it, you know? Calling it out for what it is.
Strong's H 8441. To'eva. To'eva.
Abomination. In the Hebrew. A disgusting thing. Abomination. Abominable. In ethical sense of wickedness. Right? It's wickedness, man. Something disgusting morally. An abhorrence. Right? Thus saith the scriptures, man. Right? The Most High don't change. Right? Isn't that in Malachi 2? We brought that out earlier. Malachi 2. Salak. The Most High don't change. Salak. Khan. Malachi 3 verse 6, and it reads, "For I am the Lord, Akabs, Yahawah. I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." Right? The Most High Yahawashi hasn't changed, man. He's still the same. He's still the same dreadful, terrible, mighty power. Right? It's abomination. Right? Right? Going for a leadership role. Let's get some more precepts, man. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just abominable, man. You know what I mean? That's why this place has to be melted. Leviticus 18 verse 1, and Yahawah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the sons of Yasharallah, and say unto them, I am Yahawah your power. Here's the point. After the doings of the land of Egypt, right? Ancient Egypt, the doings of the land of ancient Egypt, right? We are in Babylon the Great, America the Great, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, right? So the same doings that were taking place in the ancient world are taking place today, right? Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, America the Great, Babylon the Great. After the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do, right? And this is a direct commandment, man, right? For the sons of Yasharallah. Israel being a people before a place. You so-called indigenous, you so-called Latino, you so-called Negro, right? Strict commandments, things you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to partake of what the heathen around you are doing, right? And after the doings of the land of Canaan, right? Them Hamites, right? Whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances, right? So we're not supposed to partake of it, man, right? And some of the things them Canaanites, them Salak, them Hamites, some of the things they were taking part in. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 23, and it reads, "For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites," right? Wizardry, witchcraft, child sacrifice. These are the things them Hamites were keeping up. These are the things that the inhabitants of them Canaanites were keeping up. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. Right? Adultery is going on. Right? A man's will sleep with the next man's wife. You know what I mean? So that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury. Right? These things are happening today in America the Great, Babylon the Great. Disquieting of, verse 26, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. Right. The point being changing of kind. These are the things that are keeping up in Babylon the Great. Right. Israel being a people for a place, are not supposed to partake of any of these things, man. Right. It's wickedness, man. Right. We're just rebuking it, man. You know. And listen, people are gonna cast their ballot. Deuteronomy 17, right, and run behind this transformer, right, and get them in office. You see me? Deuteronomy 17 verse 14, and it reads, when thou art Salah, when thou art come unto the land which Yahawah thy power giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Right. So when the sons of Israel want to put a king over them, right? These are instructions, right, from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, right, as to what to do. So when the children of Israel want to put someone in rulership, right, these are the instructions. Verse 15. Here's the point. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord Yahawah thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren, right, an Israelite, shalt thou set king over thee, right. Yasharallah, Israel being a people before a place, is only supposed to put a fellow Israelite, a brother, a fellow Israelite, a kinsman, to rule over them. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother, right? So the wickedness, right? So people are, I'm not. I don't know what to say, man. It's a vexation. It's a vexatious spirit, man. I'll probably get a strike. I'm in a business. I really don't care, man. I'm just gonna rebuke this, man. You know what I mean? Because it's wickedness, right? Second Ezra's, right? That's why the Most High got to melt this place, man. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 6, and it reads, verse 5, and it reads, Behold, saith Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, right? Sword being killing instruments, right? Famine being, starving to death. Death and destruction, man. That's what's coming for America the Great, Babylon the Great. That's what's coming, man. Right? Jacob's trouble's on our doorsteps, man. All hell's about to break loose. Verse 6 is the point. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? There's nothing but nastiness and wickedness being fulfilled throughout the four corners of the earth, man. The whole earth is polluted with wickedness. Right? Amos 9 verse 8. Quick edification, you know? Feed the sheep, feed the lambs. Rebuke this wickedness, man. Amos 9 verse 8, and it reads, hey, listen, majority of the planet, majority of the world sees nothing wrong with this. Majority of the world sees nothing wrong with it, right? So yeah, wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole world, man. Amos 9 verse 8, but the Most High is not sleeping. Amos 9 verse 8, and it reads, behold, the eyes of Yahawah power upon the sinful kingdom, right? And where's the sinful kingdom? Beginning with America the Great, Babylon the Great. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, right? The Most High is going to melt America the Great, Babylon the Great. Turn it to waste, desert, a place of desert animals. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahawah. Right, only the elect, 1/3 of the house of Israel, the elect will be saved out of it, man. 2/3 of the children of Israel, the sons of Israel, 2/3 of our people. You Israelites, Israel being a people before a place, will be destroyed. Along with America the Great, Babylon the Great. We'll close out. Ecclesiastes, we're just rebuking this wickedness. Chapter 8, verse 11. And it reads, and this is why this wicked continues to multiply exceedingly, right? Because Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, right? Because the Most High don't judge right away. That's what it looks like to man, right? Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So people continue on in their wickedness because they feel that the Most High is sleeping. He's not doing nothing. They believe in their energies and do as thou wilt, and you know they don't believe in a higher power, right? So they continue to keep their wickedness. Verse 12: though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, which fear before him. Here's a point: but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, right? The Most High, it's not going to be, the Most High is about to judge this place, man. The Most High is about to judge the wicked, these heathen nations, and 2/3 of our people. Why? Because he feareth not before Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi. I pray you edified. I don't want to stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abad Baba.